What is going on, everybody? Crypto's here. I hope that you guys are having a great day. As we can see, panic is continuing in the markets. If we look at the Bitcoin daily chart, it actually fell below this green trend line that we have been keeping our eyes on for a very long time. We can see it acted as significant support and resistance throughout this trend, and now we have finally broken below it. What I am watching is that this current daily candle, although it is below these two support areas, a close like this would actually be a very bullish close, and we tend to see um, impulses right after these upside down hammer candles. Now, I'm not calling for this, but this is just something to be, a little bit optimistic. But overall, we need to be extremely, extremely cautious because there's still a lot of panic in the markets. And then when we see these dumps, um, panic is continuing. I have friends and people still contacting me. I see people are panicking, and it could just be, the start of another drop. But then again, there's the other side of the equation where you can see that, or you can say that people are panicking, so that's actually a good sign that maybe the bottom is in, and as the weak hands sell, that is actually the time to be buying, which can be true, and it is true in many cases, but we have to be extremely cautious because right now the charts are giving us a big warning, so we have to pay close attention. Now, could this be a fake out? It could. I mean, we see prices trying to having a little bounce back, but still nothing convincing. I think which as long as we are below the weekly 21 moving average, which we are, we retested and we got rejected. As long as we are below that level, we have to remain cautious. But something interesting is that Bitcoin actually never really closed or stayed below the weekly Keltner channel, even during the bear market from May to July. And now we've already touched it. So can we see a scenario where Bitcoin, let's say, hangs out around these levels before another leg? I want to make it clear, I don't think Bitcoin is gonna go for a new all-time high, but if let me go back to the daily time frame. So what I was saying is that if Bitcoin could get back above, hold this area or get back above the falling wedge, and then eventually above this blue rising trend line, I think Bitcoin could go for another all-time high, but not too much higher, too far higher, the previous one, the prior one. So if Bitcoin actually starts getting comfortable here and cannot get back over, I do think Bitcoin will fall around the 40,000 level, and then the fractal that I will be looking at is something like this, where we will see another big drop across the markets, and then Bitcoin will have a nice rebound, and this is probably going to be the last chance for altcoins to go for a run, and then that could be it for the market. So that is a fractal I am keeping my eyes on. If Bitcoin does in fact get comfortable below these support areas and then eventually they turn into resistance, I do think that in that case Bitcoin would go back down to 40,000 level. But 45,000 is a huge area of support. So we have to keep our eyes on that as well. We can see that it's kind of where we bounced. Huge support, resistance, huge support here, huge support there. So, I mean, technically, we could always go back down to 45. It's a significant area, and maybe we don't go below it, but maybe we also do. And then the fractal will probably be from here, and we, have different retests of this area before breaking back down. But if Bitcoin doesn't get back above this line, I don't see Bitcoin making an all-time high. Now, let's take a look at the Bitcoin dominance, guys. You guys know how important that this chart is, and look at what happened. This chart, I want to say, is extremely weird. Extremely weird. Like, I have been eyeing this chart, and I swear I never saw it at the 40% level. And then afterwards, price closes, and then you check back, and then you see a wick that magically appears. And if you look at it at different time frames, look, on the 4 hour, for example, the wick did not even reach the 40% level. So it's so confusing. But on the daily, we see that wick to the 40% level. So this is why I try to stick to only one time frame on the Bitcoin dominance, which is the daily, because wicks that appear on the daily will not appear on different time frames. So on the daily, it's been working for me. And as we can see, we touched the 40% level exactly, 39.94. So this is crazy, guys. And I did say that we would get a reaction from here. I mean, for sure. But and one of the possibilities that I pointed out was this retest of this not only this support but also the 21-day moving average and the middle Keltner channel band. Now, what I am expecting, I mean, one of the possibilities would be that given that I had said this could have happened, this is still my plan. So I cannot say that, my plan was invalidated. I have to stick to my plan. As long as Bitcoin dominance does not get back over this level, then it is safe for me to assume that it should fall back down and either retest here or break below, which would be very bullish for alts and potentially for the rest of the market. So we will be keeping a close eye on the Bitcoin dominance chart. I do not want to see this break above this, because if it does, I honestly think that we will see this play out like this W pattern and then this big breakout. So keeping our eyes on that. I don't want to see it get back above this level. Hey guys, so I forgot to talk about the total crypto market cap in the video I just recorded, so I'm just going to add it somewhere in the middle of it. So we are seeing something very interesting right now. So the crypto total market cap, as we can see, we have a falling wedge, and inside of it, a head and shoulders pattern. Now, we've been seeing a pattern extremely similar to that in every single one of my videos this entire week, which is right here, the Bitcoin chart. So we are seeing a similar pattern form on the crypto total market cap to that of Bitcoin. So falling wedge is bullish, but a head and shoulders is bearish. And I kept on tweeting which one of these will play out. And the head and shoulders was the stronger pattern. That was the one that eventually played out. So I'm just thinking, is the total market cap just lagging behind Bitcoin and eventually going to play out the exact same way? That is a scenario that we have to be ready for. Now, this upside down hammer is bullish, so we have to wait for tomorrow. Now, if we look at the weekly, the big difference between the crypto total market cap and Bitcoin. The total market cap has not yet closed the week below the 21-week moving average, but Bitcoin did. So Bitcoin did, and Bitcoin retested, and so far is getting rejected. So it will be very, very interesting to see how the rest of the week plays out and how the candles will close, because we have to be extremely cautious right now. We fell below this support, retested, got rejected, and now this is literally our last significant support. You can see it better on the daily chart. Let me show you guys. Yeah, so we can see it more clearly on the daily chart. Exactly, right here, guys. So we have to keep a close eye on this, because if we lose this level, then yeah, we could easily see another huge drop across the market. Now, honestly, I don't have too much more for you guys today. Let's just check the DXY. Still hanging around below the neckline, which is a good sign, but it was below the daily 21 MA and trying to bounce back. I want to see this daily close below the 21 MA, and then maybe the chances of this happening will be higher, which could be bullish or maybe give us a little relief on crypto. Now, just to cover a few altcoins quickly. Okay, XRP, guys, this line, well, obviously I don't want to see this level break. If we break and close below the 78, 77 area, I think XRP is in huge trouble. Now also here, let's take a look at the weekly chart. I do not want to see XRP close the week right here. But funny thing, this is an upside down hammer, which is a bullish candle. Maybe from here, this just reverses, but if it could, hold above, let's say if it could get back to 85 or higher by the weekly close, that would be a great sign. Now, we have been covering also Spell and Cspr, which haven't performed as expected. So what I'm seeing for Spell right now, yeah, one thing I wanted to mention is that Spell is probably the cheapest coin on Coinbase, I believe, maybe apart from Shiba Inu. And people just tend to want to buy hundreds of thousands of shares of a particular coin just so they can speculate, on the possibility of seeing that coin at $1. Oh, this is how much money I would have, etc. But so Spell, if I think if Spell can close this daily back above these levels, not only this right here, which is at 1.5 cents, the 8-day EMA, the 21-day moving average, and the middle Keltner channel band, if it can close the daily somewhere around here, I think this will be extremely bullish for Spell. So we keep our eyes on that. If not, then we just probably go back down to this level and hopefully it just finds support here. So this is my analysis for Spell. And now Cspr has been, wow, extremely disappointing, but this right here, huge support area. So it is safe. I mean, I guess we should, oh, sorry about that. I will assume that this level will hold. Even if we, let's say, get back above and then maybe form a head and shoulders, like this is a shoulder, the head, and this is another shoulder to just, I don't know, collapse. That's a possibility. But I still think that, I mean, this is a very, very significant area and I would expect a bounce. But then again, we have to look at BTC, we have to look at the rest of the markets to see how things could potentially play out. So that's it for today's video, guys. I have started adding timestamps to my videos so you can click directly on the section that is of interest to you. If you've enjoyed this video, please drop a like, a comment would be greatly appreciated, and hit that subscribe button. See you guys in the next one.